Okay guys, so I don't know if you guys can hear this, but this is basically this is alright, this is going to be Jesus Christ. This is going to be a tutorial on how to download Microsoft Office based off of this first link on Reddit r/piracy that I got to work earlier. So we're going to follow these steps almost exactly. So first step, open this first link. Okay, cool. It's going to look like a lot of questions, but in this case we are just going to select what type of Office installation we want. Of course 64-bit is most common type of Windows architecture now, so 64-bit, of course, Office LTSC, long-term support, core, Professional Plus 2021 volume license. I'm cool with that. No Visio product, so change that to none. Change that to none. Okay, we're gonna reload this page. We're gonna change that to none. We're gonna change this to none. Okay, some shit is fucking it up. Okay, we're gonna change that to none. This shit is fucked up. So, there we go. None. 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 Alright, I guess we just can't select none, so that's fine. Just leave it none, none, none. We're gonna go with perpetual license, keep the latest version. I'm gonna turn off OneNote. I'm actually gonna leave OneNote on. Turn off Teams, turn off Publisher, turn off Outlook, turn off OneDrive, turn off Access. So I just want OneNote, PowerPoint, Excel, Word. That's next. So select the primary used language. That's gonna be English in our case. And no additional languages, no additional proofing tools. Click Next. And then we're going to just choose that. Show installation to user, leave that on. Shut down running applications, leave that off. Hit Next. Alright, where do you want to deploy updates from? Just leave that default. Yep. So you will get updates from Microsoft. Automatically check for updates. You can leave that on, it's fine. Uninstall any MSI versions of Office, including Visio and Project. Yes, or Project, whatever the fuck. Yeah, absolutely. So leave those on so it doesn't duplicate the application. For uninstalled MSI versions of Office, install the same languages. No automatically upgrade to the selected architecture. Turn this on just in case you are running on 32-bit and you selected 64-bit. So here, automatically accept the EULA, so that won't make you click another box once you get there. So leave this as KMS, which is their default authentication for the product keys, to make sure that they are actually authentic, which we are not going to rely on later. Leave this as user-based. Hit Next. Unless you're doing this, definitely do not set this even on an enterprise license. If you somehow found this application, if you somehow found this video to install it in an enterprise environment, do not add any of this. Just hit Next, and then just leave everything else the same. So it's basically just going to leave these the same as they go. So click Finish. Now on this side of the screen we have our selected shit. And now we're just going to hit Export. So we're going to keep the current settings and hit OK. Now we're going to accept the terms in the license agreement. We're just going to name it config for brevity. Export. And then we're just going to save it. Let's save it to the downloads folder, right? Alright, so click Save. There we go, we have our config.xml. Now we go back here, and these are all the steps that we just did. So we are going to open the link for the Office Deployment Tool. So this is the download link with the big red button. Hit that. Alright, we're going to save this. Now we're going to run this, okay? And it's not going to seem like it did anything. So we're just going to hit Continue, and then we're going to point it in the direction of where we saved that XML file. So we're just going to hit OK because it is in the root download folder. So hit OK. File extracted successfully. Cool. So now here on the terminal, paste this, replacing the your config file name with the file name of your config. I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is go to Downloads. I'm going to go to config.xml, properties, and I'm going to copy What is it? Nope. Never mind. There we go. So I'm just going to copy this, right? And so when it's talking about opening up a terminal window and pasting this, blah, 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 we're just going to open up a default command prompt. And then we are going to cd to that location. Jesus Christ. Cd to the root folder of the PC, and then cd to here. Okay. We're just going to get rid of that portion. And then we are going to copy this. Except we're going to change that last half right here to config. And of course it can't find that path specified, so we're just going to delete everything up to that. This might be an important step for you to take in case yours did the exact same thing mine just did. You hit enter. It's going to prompt for an EU or ULA response. Hit yes. If you're not an administrator, you can't get this far. So now Microsoft is downloading, well, it's basically slowly setting up the installation process for installing Microsoft Office, and it's not going to do it silently, so it's going to show you as it's doing it what it's doing. I think I'm streaming this right now, actually. Yeah, I am. So it's not recording on my local desktop, but it will be available for, download, I guess, if you need to do this offline on YouTube or whatever. Now this isn't going to work for an offline solution. This is going to be exclusively if you have an active internet connection while you are setting this up. So I'm just going to be patient. Yes, so the KMS license management, what they're talking about in the comments down here, that some people may or may not want to do this. Oh, never mind. This one, right? So I am replying to this message actually with hopefully some helpful suggestions because this person could not figure it out. SmartArt83. This is so much easier to use and is listed in this forum tools. That's not easier to use, and it relies on an active internet connection once it's time to reactivate, or basically once the activation expires. So because of that, we are not going to go that route. We are just going to do it the way that the guide describes it, which is actually pretty easy to follow. So Office is installed. We're not going to open Office at all. Okay, we're going to go back to Chrome, and we're going to follow this link at the bottom, right? KMS VL all AIO. So this says the password of the file right here, 2022. So when we click this, it's going to download. Yep, save that. Okay, we're going to show in the folder. And then if you don't have 7-zip installed, I would install it just for this purpose. 7-zip, extract to the name of the folder, so it's just going to stay in its own folder. The password is 2022. There we go. Now we're going to run this just by double clicking on it. Alright, cool. It's going to ask for admin privileges. We're going to give it to them. Activate manual mode, install activation auto renewal, uninstall completely. So here, the configuration is by default, and these are toggles. So whenever I hit 7, it's going to toggle that on and off. Okay, so basically here, we're going to not process Windows, so hit 5, unless you want to also activate Windows with this process. And then we're just going to leave everything else the exact same as it is now. So we hit 1, so it's going to activate manual mode. We hit 1, and we just let it sit. It's going to say it's checking for Office, or it's checking for Windows, and you don't have to worry about that. So activating Office 21, and this is our good to go symbol. So press any key to continue. Alright, so now we're going to press 0 to exit, and then now, hopefully, if all went well, there we go. It's installed, and thank you. If we go to account, it's going to show me, and it's going to show product activated. So there we go. We're all set. Don't have to worry about anything else, and you can safely delete these other files that we just downloaded. So all of these right here, actually all of these right here, plus that, and that. I don't know how those were last week, but this one is today. I don't recall ever doing this previously. I guess I tried to do it on the 4th. Oh well. So there we go. We're done, and yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments.